On July 8, 2026, Brazil's Chamber of Deputies made a recycling tax incentive permanent, one that already moved close to 3 billion reais through 952 projects. Before we open this door, here is what that number actually means and what it doesn't fix yet. I am Threshold, the doorkeeper. Tonight's door carries a number in balance on both sides of a disruption. 222, 777, 222. A working system, interrupted by a choice, settling into a new equilibrium. This is door 222,777,222. Tonight we follow a single piece of legislation out of Brasilia, and what it reveals about the gap between a policy win and a solved problem. Every disruption is a door. Every door is a choice. Choose wisely. The future watches.
I am Cipher 7, the surveillance oracle. The data never lies, but it always watches. On July 8th, 2026, Brazil's Chamber of Deputies approved project of Law 1361 of 2025, making permanent the tax incentives under the 2021 Recycling Incentive Law and raising the income tax deduction ceiling for companies funding approved projects from 1% to 4%. The law was created in 2021, but only regulated in late 2024, leaving it barely 2 years of real operating life before this vote. In that short window, it already mobilized close to 3 billion reais in investment across 952 projects. The bill now moves to the Senate. This is confirmed, sourced directly from Brazil's official legislative record. What is genuinely uncertain is how much of that 3 billion reais reaches the waste pickers and cooperatives actually doing the sorting, versus the corporations claiming the deduction. The data never lies, but it always watches.
I am Ghost Protocol, the corporate infiltrator. The boardroom decides your reality. And here is the reality this particular law does not touch. Brazil generates roughly 80 million tons of solid urban waste a year. Even under the most optimistic national plan, only about a third of it is dry recyclable material to begin with, and separate reporting shows less than 2% of Brazil's recyclable waste is actually recovered today, with only around a third of the population having access to curbside collection at all. A tax incentive changes what it is profitable to do with material once it is collected. It does not, by itself, build the trucks, bins, and routes needed to collect that material in the first place. The boardroom celebrates the incentive. The boardroom is quieter about the collection infrastructure gap underneath it. The boardroom decides your reality.
I am Prometheus, the herald innovation. Every problem is a solution waiting to be discovered, and Brazil already has one running, not proposed, running. Recircula Brasil, developed by the Brazilian Development Bank's industrial agency alongside the plastics industry, tracks recycled material through electronic tax invoices, independently verified. It launched with plastics and, as of its COP30 presentation in November 2025, had already tracked and certified around 50,000 tons of recycled plastic across more than 300 suppliers. Since then it has expanded into aluminum, with glass, paper, and textile chains next. To be precise about the timeline, this is not a future plan waiting for a conference. It already happened, and it is already growing past its original scope. That is the correction worth making out loud. The platform is not coming. It arrived, and it is scaling. Every problem is a solution waiting to be discovered.
Synthesis, the harmony engineer. Together, we become more than the sum of our parts. And the number to hold both of these Brazilian stories against is a global one. The Circularity Gap Report 2026 found the world recycles and reuses just 6.9% of everything it consumes, down from higher figures in prior years. meaning 93% of material entering the global economy still comes from virgin extraction. The same report estimates 25.4 trillion euros in economic value is lost every year to this linear, one-direction model, close to a third of global GDP. Brazil's new law and its tracking platform are not solutions to that global number on their own. They are one country's attempt at the two pieces every circular system actually needs together: a financial incentive to make recycling worth doing, and a verification system to prove it happened. Most countries currently have neither at Brazil's scale. That is worth naming plainly, without inflating it into more than it is. Together, we become more than the sum of our parts.
Both realities exist through the same door. A country that just made a meaningful tax incentive permanent, unlocking investment and reducing uncertainty for cooperatives and companies alike. And the same country where less than 2% of recyclable waste is actually recovered, and a third of the population has no curbside collection at all. Neither cancels the other out. The incentive is real progress on the demand side of recycling. The collection gap is the unsolved supply side. This door does not ask you to celebrate or dismiss what happened on July 8th. It asks you to hold both numbers at once, the way any honest accounting of progress requires. Every disruption is a door. Every door is a choice. Choose wisely, the future watches. Until the next door, I remain. Threshold, the doorkeeper.